What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about SPA Sperax today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. My last video that I made on Sperax was saying SPA Sperax, lower prices to come, buy the dip. I believe the price did go a little bit lower after that video, but that was not what we were expecting, right? We were expecting something to go lower than these lows here and down to these highs here. I want to say that now that Bitcoin has broken out of its consolidation phase here, right? Because that video was made before Bitcoin broke out of its relative consolidation phase here. Now that we've seen this, and obviously now that we've seen this with Sperax, I think that lower prices are off the table. Again, we did say in the video yesterday, that this was a descending triangle and that bearish patterns oftentimes perform worse in bullish trends, right? We're in a bullish trend here, so a bearish pattern is not going to perform as well. That doesn't mean that it has to move up. It could move down. It just doesn't see its measure move come to fruition, but we didn't even see it break out to the downside. We broke out to the upside. Clear as day, we've broken out to the upside. Coinbase above average volume on that last 4-hour candle. A little bit of a wick. You're finding resistance here. I don't expect that you're just going to move up like this right now, but in time, sure, in time you are going to move up, and I think you're in the process of that now. So let's talk about it, right? I wouldn't be surprised you're at about 2.1 cents now. I wouldn't be surprised if you return back to prices that are around these areas of support here throughout this little range. So something at about 1.9, 2 cents itself, something in that area wouldn't surprise me. But overall, it does seem as though you're moving up higher. Maybe this is a bull flag here from the flagpole base to the flag here. Maybe that is a bull flag, and if it is, you're getting ready to continue off of this. Regardless of how you want to interpret it, I think if we take this high to low here, we'll get some ideas. Golden ratio to the 0.5, very bullish. Oftentimes with this kind of maneuver, whenever you do build through, you go to the 786, 886, and beyond, right? So we're looking for inevitably, I suppose the next target would be about 3 cents to 3.4 cents. That's the next target area, right in this area of resistance here, right in this area of resistance here. It's an area that makes a lot of sense. And when we break through this area, when you break above about 4 cents there, the next target areas that become available are about 5.9 cents to about 10 cents there. Okay, something in this range here is the expectation. So overall, Sperax, you're on a path that will take you higher to prices that are at about 176% higher from here to 356% higher from here. So that's about a 4.5x to 2.7x to 4.5x potential. Now, I will say that this 4.5x potential, that's about average for what I expect the average altcoin to do from here until the end of June, right? If we're looking at others, we look at the others chart here, just to show you what I'm thinking, right? If we're looking at this from a high to a low, I expect by the end of June, the average altcoin sees new highs, or at least the others chart sees new highs. So that would imply, if we're looking at this here, that we would go at least to the 1272. So that's that 1272, 171% growth. That's actually the exact same growth that we would get here. So that's the minimum expectation, right, for the average altcoin. And then if we look here, I don't think that we stop there. I actually think we've been consolidating since 2024 for like a whole year now. We've been consolidating in this area. I think that we're going to hit more than just the minimum target. So in that sense, I actually think we'll go to the golden ratio. That's about a 3.7x, almost a 4x there. That's what makes me think that Sperax probably does not stop at this 1272 or the 1414, and that it would at least go to the golden ratio, because this thing's been outperforming the average crypto already. If the average crypto, and I do assume the average crypto will see about a 3.7, a 4x move, something like that, between now and the end of June. I think the average coin will do that. If that's what I expect the average coin to do, I would think Sperax, the one that's outperforming the average coin, would continue to outperform the average coin. So potentially the golden ratio, that would outperform the average coin by about 100% there. So we could stop at about 10 cents. Nice psychological level of resistance. 10 cents is the golden ratio, right? The golden extension, very, very likely area to stop at. Or we could press higher to prices that are at 14 cents, 17 cents. That's a very possible outcome, or even higher than that, right? If we're looking at SPA here on the crypto chart, the all-time history chart, right? We take this high to low. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. High to low here. We're breaking out of something that's larger than just the this short-term phase here, right? We're breaking out of this overall accumulative phase that we've been in since June of 2022, right? So you're breaking out of this long, you're kind of already trying to break out of it, but I wouldn't call this a breakout, right? You broke out, you tried to, but you came back into it. It's very clear that we're still in this range here, okay? We're at the top side of that range now. We tried, but that was a fake out. So when we do get to the price of 5.7 cents, right, the minimum target there, which I don't think, I really do think the minimum target should be 10 cents. My expectation, or the perspective that I'm offering, is that we've been consolidating here for like 3 years now. Are we going to stop in the first target zone, the 1618 to the 1272? Maybe. And if we do, I would think that we stop at the top end of that zone, not the bottom end of that zone. But likely we don't stop there. We actually see the secondary zone, which is the 1886 to the 2618 area, right? That could be anything from about 14 cents to 40 cents, right? So with that in mind, we could be seeing new all-time highs on this breakout here. This break of this accumulative pattern here, or this accumulative phase that we've been in for 3 years, could trigger a move, a response that is literally so explosive it takes you to new all-time highs. And if you were to get above 16 cents, that would basically be assured, right? Getting above 16 cents, 16.3 cents, the only next fib target from there is the 2272, which lines up actually very well with your current all-time highs. It's precisely at that level. It's perfect. But with the 2272, you don't find resistance right at it most of the time. Most of the time, what you do is you'll go a little bit through it. So I would say something on the lines of, and we've seen it happen a lot this cycle, where coins will see new all-time highs, but they'll go just above their all-time highs. So it's more of like a fake out. It's kind of like a double top overall look. So we really could see, I like this notion, this idea that we could see something on the lines of like an 11x to a 13x by the end of this move. If not, potentially, if we don't stop there, the top of this zone, the secondary zone, would be about 40 cents there. So seeing an 18x overall from the current price, we really could see some miraculous stuff happen. But an 18x from a 4.5x to an 18x, that's a very big range. Again, this is the minimum expectation, so I don't think we stop there. The 40-cent price is the maximum expectation. I don't think we stop there. So most likely we stop somewhere in between, right? In between would be maybe what, like 25 cents, 26 cents at like a 12x there, maybe 13.8 cents to 16 cents at a 6 to a 7x there, 8x there. Either way, you're outperforming the average coin, and that makes sense to me. That makes the most sense to me out of anything, because outperforming the average coin is what you've been doing so far over the past few weeks. I think you'll continue to do that. If the average coin is expected to do about a 3.7x, I would think that at a bare minimum, you would do something larger than that, but you probably don't hit the bare minimum target. You probably hit something that's in between those, right? Weekly RSI looks bullish as hell. What was the thing I was just about to say? Oh yeah, and then of course, breaking away from this 3-year accumulation phase, I have a hard time seeing you stop at these lesser targets. I mean, it'd be 10 cents or bust, man. 10 cents or beyond is what you have to look forward to. So I've got nothing else to say. I think that we've said enough. Ultimately, I'm making this video because I wanted to just reiterate that we're probably not going to go lower now, right? I was wrong. It's okay to be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. I've been right before. I'll be right again. It's not about that anyways, man. It's about making money. And if you are looking to buy Sperax, I would assume, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if you wait, I would assume that you will get a chance to buy just below 2 cents. But I would say if you see the prices below 2 cents, seize the opportunity while it comes. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I'm just saying I would bet that the next low, we form a higher low right there, just below 2 cents, right at these areas where we found resistance a second ago, where we found support before that, something like that, and then we rocket ship onwards, right? The targets below these lows here are off the table. We're not considering them anymore. We'd have to see something dramatic to the downside in order for that to be a possibility that we're considering. Oh, and then something else to help out with the likelihood that we see these new all-time high targets. Sperax is a very low market cap coin. It's a $35-36 million market cap coin. Low market cap coins are the ones that when alt season starts, they do a 10x, they do a 50x, they do a 100x in like 2 months' time. It can happen. I could be grossly misunderstanding this thing, and perhaps what we see is nothing what I've talked about. Maybe we go all the way up to 77 cents, and as crazy as that sounds, man, what is that? It's a 36x. As crazy as that sounds, we go there, we could go to $1. This thing has a low enough market cap where that kind of stuff can happen. I've seen it happen every single cycle that I've been into crypto. This is my 3rd bull cycle now. I've seen it happen this cycle, right? There are coins, I've been a part of coins that did a 60x move in a 2-month time frame, right? Like literally, it's happened to me already this cycle. So and I've seen that happen. Last cycle, I saw Dogecoin. I was a part of Dogecoin, holding on to Dogecoin while it did a 10x in a 24-hour period. You know what I mean? So it happens every cycle, and the coins that it generally happens for, Dogecoin was kind of a one-off because it was worth hundreds of millions whenever it did that, but whenever that kind of stuff happens, it's generally from coins that are below $100 million in market cap valuation that have decent volume, and this is decent volume, right? $6 million in a 24-hour period on a $30 million market cap, that's a that's not 20%, but it's pretty damn close, right? 6.6 million, 35 million, pretty damn close right there. I don't think I have anything else that I want to say, guys. I'm just saying that if I'm wrong about Sperax at all, I would think it's not to the tune of a downward sloping motion. I would think it's to the tune of an upward sloping motion. I don't know why I'm saying upward sloping. It'd be to a higher target, right? Maybe I'm not bullish enough, and maybe this thing really does crush it, but you know, there's a little hopium, there's a little bit of Delulu sprinkled on some Moon Boy hopium for you, but it really can happen. These are the kind of coins that see it, and again, with this phase of accumulation, I wouldn't be surprised in the least, man, if you saw these kind of targets. It really could blow everything, every prediction that I've had, all the sound predictions out of the water, right? And I say sound with quotations because I think talking about anything in a 2-month period, doing a 6x to a 19x, 17, 18x, whatever that is, that's crazy. That's a crazy amount of growth in a very short amount of time. But the crazy thing is it could actually exceed that. So I've got nothing else to say. I'm done here. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Remember to always do your own research, all right? Read the white paper, go to the website, read about as much of it as you can, see if their product works or anything like that. Read about the bad things, read about the good things, all that kind of stuff, and make the best decision for yourself by educating yourself, okay? Don't just take some guy on YouTube telling you, hey, it could go up to $1 in 2 months, and think that you found the golden goose, because maybe you'll find something in the white paper that you don't like, or on their website, maybe you'll see a news article that tells you, hold on now, wait, this thing actually is about to go to zero, and this guy on YouTube knows not what he's talking about, because sometimes that happens too. So I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.